We can finally stop our fan casting and set aside our worries that Link was going to be played by either Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet in the upcoming live action Zelda movie, because we now have our official casting for both Link and Zelda. So Zelda is going to be played by Bo Bragason, while Link will be played by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. I mean, what story do you think we're going to get? Do you think it's going to be like maybe like a Skyward Sword like origin style story, or do you think they're going to do something completely different?
I think it'll be Breath of the Wild. I think that just became the Zelda brand. I think Breath of the Wild is almost a more recognizable term than The Legend of Zelda. People know what Breath of the Wild is. I think that I look at Wes Ball's Apes movie and it has like dilapidated, rundown cities that are overgrown with like greenery and like it just looks like that post-apocalypse that Breath of the Wild goes for. So I think that's what this will be. Not necessarily what I really want. I kind of want just an original thing. Like let's just get a new telling of the Sacred Three and just see what happens. But I think they'll probably mostly take influence from Breath of the Wild. Like I bet Link will wear blue, not green, as an
Oh,
example.
I could see it just being kind of like an establishing like story of like, all right, well, here's what Hyrule is. Here's what like I don't know, but I think that you might be on to something there. The other question I had for you is, do you think they try to like slow roll Ganon in hopes of getting like a multi-film franchise out of this where like the stakes continually escalate, kind of like how they did with like Joker in The Dark Knight, where it was like Batman Begins was like Scarecrow instead of the iconic Joker as the villain? Or do you think they just go for broke and give us either Ganon or Ganondorf in this one?
I think they go for broke because if I mean Nintendo's now if they use Ganon once, they'll just use him again. They don't
Yeah.
care. So yeah, I think we'll see him in this movie for sure. Because nothing's a guarantee. We only know of one movie right now.
Yeah, my theory is that we're going to get Ganondorf through like 95% of this movie, and then at the end he's going to turn into Beast Ganon. But yeah, I do think that like a Breath of the Wild style story, but I think that jumping right into like Calamity Ganon might be a little too much. But
Yeah.
like I could see it being like, all right, well, Link has awakened from like this slumber, and like we learn about this defeat that happened 100 years ago, and kind of piecing together the story through that. Similar to like the Breath of the Wild structure. I
Mhm.
just don't know if like maybe they do like a combination of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's more Ganondorf focused, but it is like kind of the Breath of the Wild storyline. I don't
Yeah.
think they're quite ready to do like the Tears of the Kingdom time travel thing.
No, no, me
That seems a
neither.
little too much for a first movie that they're trying to establish a kingdom and like a
Yeah.
world.
And you're right, it needs to be Ganondorf, not Ganon, because you can't just have two young actors that nobody knows running to fight a CGI beast. I don't know. I don't know how many people who aren't Zelda fans would go to see that.